Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back on another recap of Baddies West episode 12. Oh my gosh. Back to where it all started. Back in the Bay Area. So, it continues off with Scotty and Nat talking, and Scotty's trying to get through to Natalie, telling her like, what you did was wrong. And Natalie's still trying to convince her like, no, you was there through the whole situation. You was laughing. But, eventually, as Scotty was talking, she just kept crying and crying and crying. Natalie finally realized that what she did to her was wrong, and that she took all her frustration and anger out from Chrisean onto her. And she was basically saying like, I'm not playing with none of y'all. I would take it out on all of y'all, and that's just what it is. So Natalie kind of apologized to Scotty, but Scotty in her confession was like, yeah, I'm not buying it, but Natalie was like, I'm sincere, I'm genuinely sorry, because that wasn't intentionally for you, that was for Chrisean, and I should have let that slide and just like whatever. And then Sky was like, after all this, I was the only person that came and checked on you. Even after we got into it, I was still there trying to like make sure you was good. But you went left, and basically Nat was still trying to plead her case, saying that she was sorry. And Scotty was just like, she don't know if she want to buy it or not. She just know that she gonna keep her at arm's length. She love her and all, but some things you just don't do, because once you hit me once, you already know that's the pattern that's gonna happen again. Trust me. People that's been in like, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but people that's been in like domestic violence relationships, once you get hit once, you already know the cycle is going to continue. So, that was that. They continued, they finished hashing it out. But Natalie said they had to get ready to go because they had another show to do. So they get ready to leave. The rest of them are getting ready. Sky is getting ready for her, getting ready to go out to the next club that they got, this Club Spark, before they leave Portland. And Natalie also wanted to host a meeting, so we're gonna see how that goes, to see if they're going to talk about what happened with Chrisean leaving, all that stuff that transpired the night before. We're gonna see if they're gonna get into it and see where things lay. So yeah. Okay, so after the girls get ready, whatever, like I said, Natalie calls this meeting. They all sit down. They look fire. Everybody look nice. They looking like baddies, for real, for real. All right, so Natalie comes out with all the money, her and Tommy. And Lo looked at the money once she put it down, because Nat said, okay, we're going to talk about the money we made, a little bit of money in Arizona, Phoenix, and then we made a little bit of extra. But we're not going to get into it right now. Basically, Lo was like, why the heck you talk about the money? You ain't going to give us our money. Like, whatever. So Nat tells them that Chrisean left the show, and she's back home. Rolly gave her 2 cents. It was like, yeah, I understand. She was there. Everybody be there for Chrisean. I'm kind of mad that she's gone. But then in the next breath, she was like, I understand she was a headliner, but, she left early, but we all did what we did and pulled our own way to, like, close out the show between the rest of the show and the meet and greet. Everybody was kind of sad that she was gone, but, everybody came to do their big one. And that was also, like, even though people in Portland are going to be sad that she's not here, they would all like to see us together. And that was that. Everybody, it's just like, yeah, we came together, so we should have finished together. But, it is what it is. They got one more show to do, and then they out for the tour. But I'm just like, she should have stuck it out to the end, because that's what you signed up for. You knew what you signed up for. You are like you wasn't on the season last year. Last year, same thing. You already know what was up. So, like, you should have just held it down one more. Why would you come this close to the finish line and not cross the finish line? Chrisean, right? Like, listen, I understand with the issues between you and Nat. It ain't copacetic, but, you got to put on your big girl panties and just, like, ride it out. Like, come on now. But anyways, after they had their little talk, they all got ready to leave to get ready for the next club. And yeah. Okay, so the girls are heading on the bus. You know, Stunner got to ride by herself because she don't know how to be a big girl with everybody else. So they get on the bus and they all start talking about the meeting. And they talk about, you know, about Chrisean being missed. Like what I said earlier about how, like, she should have stayed and finished out the rest of the tour. But, like, because, like, why start something and not finish it? And then some of the girls was kind of happy that she was gone. And then some were not. Lo had asked Nat how she felt about the whole situation and stuff like that. And she also talked about how what she did with Scotty was not the right move. And then they talked about how, like, Biggie put her 2 cents, like, she feels as if they're going to be, like, their representation of how they are, like, they was like this. But no actuality, they like this. That's, like, kind of cordial. But, you know, all this going on, it's a lot. Like, they done deal with it from the last season with Rolling, Scotty, Nat, and Chrisean. They dealt with that, so that back and forth, that's just what they're used to. So now you got some of the girls, like, kind of upset that she's gone. There's some that's upset that she's gone, and some that's glad that upset that she's gone, and some glad that she's gone. Yeah, I was getting tongue-tied or whatever. So that was that. Tommy was like, listen, I mess with who I mess with. Like, I do, and that's just what it is. So they continue, you know, getting their ride on, smoking their blunts or whatever, trying to fill each other out before they get to this Club Spark. And yeah, we're gonna see how that goes, because but I've noticed every time they do a show, it's decent to a certain extent. Okay, so we're gonna see how they rock out. Okay, so the girls made it to Club Spark. When they get in, it was super crowded. It was super lit. It was turned. Like, they was doing crazy stuff. But it got to the point where it started turning into chaos, where the girls couldn't perform. So everybody kept trying to tell the crowd to back up, cool it down. The security had to come in and help make a space so they can do it. The next, you know, the people in the audience started fighting each other, and it was just like crazy. Then Tommy got on the mic with a listen, I don't want y'all messing up our bag. We want to mess up your bag and stuff like that. Eventually, they all stopped fighting and got it together so that they was able to perform. After that, they left and they headed to San Francisco. So they got on the bus and they made it to San Francisco, made it to the house. They were back in the Bay, basically where Natalie and Stunner Girl from. And, you know, they pulled up to the house, super lit. The house was located where you can see the Golden Gate Bridge. Like, that's just the most amazing view. So they got into the house. Everybody started walking in, whatever, sitting down. Tommy's pulled to the side, like, in this whole little fit on her phone, whatever, not paying nobody no mind. Eventually, some of the girls went upstairs because Natalie and Stunner Girl was going to try to, like, show them around. They decided to go to Pier 39, also go get some clam chowder, ride the trolley, just to say that they did it. Some of the girls went downstairs. So as they were going upstairs, Tommy went downstairs with somebody, said she about to go get her nails done. And then just so happens, Scotty walked past Natalie, and they was trying to giddy, but whatever. Scotty decided, like, nah, I'm still mad at you. She went downstairs while Stunning Girl and Natalie went upstairs. They all started checking around the house, look at the room. Natalie's in her room. A beautiful view. The bathrooms are immaculate, spacious, everything just gorgeous. So Natalie's upstairs in her room. Stunning Girl comes in, and Scotty comes in, and they're just talking about what they're going to do. And they also talk about how Tommy was acting a certain type of way. But I get it. It's like the tour's almost over, so everybody's just ready to just go their separate ways and not worry about fighting nobody. So they looked at the Golden Gate Bridge, looked at the views, and they also talked about how the jail was literally right across from them. But in order to be in that part of the town, you gotta have money. So the fact that they're there, you know, living and chopping it up to talk about what they're going to do, Now they also said to Stunner, like, this is your town. This is where you do your big ones. She was like, I'll always do my big one. So this is about to be her biggest performance right here in the Bay, and they're gonna turn up and live it up. So now they're about to start getting ready and get to have a good time. So while the girls are starting getting ready to, get ready to go out and go to the club, Biggie goes out and she's on her porch drinking. Next thing you know, she sees Tommy down below come and storm, and she's loud all over the place. She coming with her sister. Everybody's, getting their stuff ready. And all they hear was all this commotion going around. Nobody's paying no attention. All they hear was Tommy's voice. And it's just like, huh. So come to find out, Tommy's mad that her stuff is still at the front door. And instead of being brought inside, like she don't got a room. And she's trying to fight security. Things just go left. I guess they call Natalie, and Natalie basically tell them, don't let her in, don't let her up to me, or whatever. But everybody's still getting ready. So Tommy and her sister fighting security, still trying to get through, and Tommy is just fuming. And next, eventually it calmed down, but Tommy was still tight about the whole situation. That was it. That's all that happened. Like, next episode rather, preview. They finally do go out to the club. Chrisean comes back to the perform. They have a meeting, and some girls don't like how things are being said. Biggie and Stunner have some words towards each other because Tommy's not there. They get to the club. Chrisean's not talking to nobody. She performs her song like she always do and then leaves. Then somebody throws a shoe at her. They don't know who threw the shoe at her. And I actually remember on Instagram, I remember that part when they showed it like a couple of months ago that somebody threw a shoe at Chrisean. Nobody knew who it was, but it happened. Then fights broke out. And that was it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recap of Back to the Bay episode 12. Y'all stay tuned for next week's episode. I got y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.